Good morning, boys and girls. Today we are going to talk about Veterans Day and we're also going to learn how to write a letter. Does anyone know anything about Veterans Day? Gracie?
Veterans Day is when we celebrate people who have served in our military.
That is true. So Veterans Day is when we celebrate somebody that has served in the military. So I'm going to go over a few key terms that I have written on the board. Our first one is veteran. A veteran is someone that has served in the military at any given point in their life. The military is when you're serving for a country in their armed forces. Freedom is having the ability to say what you want, do what you want without anybody telling you can't. So in the United States, we have a lot of freedom. We have freedom of speech. We can go do the things that we want, and that's all because of the people that have fought in the military for us. And so, in Veterans Day, again, is a day that we celebrate people that have served in the military in our armed forces. Okay, so now we're going to watch a quick reading of a book called Rolling Thunder. This book is about a little boy and his grandfather, and his grandfather fought in the Vietnam War. So we're going to listen to this, and then we'll have a few questions, and then we're going to learn how to write a letter, okay? Thumbs up, thumbs down, are we good? All right, I see a lot of thumbs up.
Rolling Thunder by Kate Mesner, illustrated by Greg Ruth. Published by Scholastic Press. Rolling Thunder Freedom Ride, today we'll be at Grandpa's side. Early morning leaving home, gleaming wheels and polished chrome. Grandpa rides for Joe and Tom, friends he lost in Vietnam. Clicking, clacking railroad track, a trip is for Uncle Zach. Flying airplanes far away, his picture rides with me today. Through my window, buildings, towns, meadows rich with greens and browns. Now our journey's almost done, obelisk and setting sun. Pentagon and city lights, finally our camping sites. Grandpa's friends with arms of steel greet us and prepare a meal. Potomac River, dark and deep, whispered memories, friendship, sleep. Way too early morning light blooms from pink to yellow bright. Lines of bikes are miles long, shining 500,000 strong. Rumbling, grumbling, engines roar. Peace signs, high fives, spirits soar. Motors growling, roaring near, crowds that cry and wave and cheer, raising flags of white and black for those who never made it back. For soldiers lost in other days, POWs, MIAs. For soldiers serving still today, missing families far away, rolling, slowing to a crawl, stopping, there it is. The wall. Polished marble, stark and bare, touch a name and say a prayer. Leave a single flower, kneel, names in charcoal, cry and heal. Memories, speeches, quiet crowd, bugle song and heads are bowed. Setting sun and rising moon, whispered wishes, come home soon. Bound by war, forever tied, one last look, it's time to ride. Rising smoke and glowing ember, ride for freedom, ride, remember. Author's note. Every year on Memorial Day weekend, veterans and their supporters gather in Washington, D.C. for the Rolling Thunder Ride for Freedom, the demonstration honoring America's veterans. Motorcycle riders number in the hundreds of thousands. Many more come to watch and wave, all with a common message. We will never forget.
All right, so what do we think this book is about? Gracie?
This book is about the people who fought in wars and never came home.
Yes, that is true. So this book is just talking about how there is a ride every year in Washington, D.C. that celebrates the veterans that never came home. And people do this all around our country. And so this is something that Veterans Day is something that a lot of people celebrate. We pretty much every one of us knows a veteran. Do any of y'all know a veteran? That could be your mom, dad, neighbor, brother, friend. Gracie?
My neighbor, Mr. Mike the Colonel.
Yes, that he is a veteran. Okay, so now we're going to learn how to write a letter. Does anybody know even where to start with writing a letter? Thumbs up, thumbs down? I see a few thumbs up. Okay, so I need everybody to get out their sheet of note paper and a pencil. And we're going to practice with me, and then we're going to have each of you write your own letter to a veteran, okay? Okay, does everybody have their notebook paper out? Thumbs up, thumbs down? Alright, it looks like y'all all have it out. So I've got my notebook paper up here on the board, and we're going to start off by addressing who we're going to write it to. So I'm just going to make up a name, and I'm going to address it that way, and y'all do the same on your paper. You don't have to write the same name, but we're going to address our letter. So we're going to start with Dear, and I'm just going to use Chase. And so after the name that you wrote, you're going to want to put a comma. So what is something, if we had to write a letter to a veteran, that you would want to say? Gracie?
Thank you for your service.
Yes. So we're going to write that on our paper. We're going to start right under where we wrote, Dear so-and-so. And make sure that you're putting the correct punctuation at the end of each sentence. What's something else that we would write to somebody that's a veteran? Gracie?
I appreciate everything you've given up for our country.
Yes, so thank you for giving up, time with your family, time with your friends to serve our country so we can have freedom. Okay, so y'all are going to write more than this, but after you've written your letter, you're then going to sign your letter. So you can put sincerely, love, best wishes, anything of that type. I'm going to put love, and then make sure you put a comma, and then you're going to put your name. And so I'm going to put Love Miss Deaton at the end of my letter. Does anybody have any questions about how to write a letter? No? No questions? Okay, so now what you're going to do is you're going to get out, you can either still write on this piece of paper, or you can get out a clean sheet of paper, and you're going to write your own letter to a veteran. Make sure that, you're telling them thank you for their service. You can address it to somebody if you know a veteran. If not, just write it as if you were writing it to somebody that you know, okay? Are we good? All right, thank you.